Good evening and welcome to YTV, Youth TV, Your TV, ang programa ng mga kabataan kasama ang kabataan at para sa kabataan. Ngayon, pag-uusapan natin ang mga bagay na may halaga sa inyo. Anything that matters to you. Welcome to Monday Matters.
Isang linggo na naman ang lumipas mga ka-YTV at for sure, nabusog na naman kayo ng inspirasyon, kaalaman at aral sa mga episodes natin ng YTV. Isa na doon yung episode natin last Monday at nung last Monday, ano nga ba yung pinag-usapan natin? We talked about Adulting 101. We talked about yung mga turning points sa buhay natin wherein we realized, adult na nga ako. We also saw the challenges of being a young adult, especially in this time of pandemic, and how our young adults are dealing with it. Hindi porket adults na tayo, kakalimutan na natin na kumapit kay Lord. Dapat all through our life, we continue to develop our relationship with Him.
Now, tama ka dyan Ate Jamie, napaka-relevant ng topic na yan. It would help us realize that we also have to step up our game sa hindi lamang sa finances, sa career, especially sa character na kailangan nating mag-grow. And nakakatulong talaga sa pag-grow ang mga episodes natin sa YTV. Kaya naman, salamat sa mga ka-YTV natin na sa walang sawang nag-share, nagla-like, nagko-comment sa mga episodes ng Monday Matters and sa lahat ng episodes ng Youth TV. Keep on liking, sharing, and spreading the good news through social media. This will keep us alive and inspired, and we will always pray for you and your loved ones.
Speaking of prayer, bago natin simulan ang usapan natin ngayong gabi, simulan muna natin to sa pamamagitan ng isang panalangin. Isang mainit na usapan para sa ating lahat, lalo na sa panahon ng pandemya, ay ang tungkol sa trabaho. Naaalala ko nga yung mga jeepney drivers na napilitang mamalimos para lang maipamuhay sa kanilang mga pamilya. Sobrang nakakalungkot talaga.
Nakakalungkot din isipin na may iba sa atin na nag-iisip kumapit sa patalim para lang kumita. Pero mga kapatid, mabuti ang Diyos. Maraming paraan para kumita ng marangal.
Tama ka dyan, June. Kaya naman, mapalad tayo ngayon dahil meron tayong kapatid na magbibigay sa atin ng impormasyon at kaalaman. Panoorin natin siya.
Good day, everyone. So, for career opportunities for working students today, according to IATF Resolution number 79, persons from 15 to 65 years of age are now allowed to go out. This is a welcome development for working students who were previously prohibited from going out of their houses. But at the same time, the omnibus guidelines for implementation of community quarantine in the Philippines, the latest one being issued last October 8, 2020. According to that resolution or that guidelines, a lot of industries are still operating at half capacity or at skeletal workforce. Consumer confidence is also generally low, which means that the labor market is being dragged down. Mass layoffs, retrenchments, and business closures have been on the news lately. The leisure, hotels, and travel industries were among that were hardest hit, actually. Nevertheless, even in times of crisis, there are still opportunities that are open for working students. So, among those opportunities are number 1, online jobs, number 2, jobs that offer alternative work arrangements, and number 3, jobs that actually boomed during the pandemic. So, for online jobs, the working students can still take up freelance work. A lot of freelance jobs are available online, such as transcription work, English tutoring, graphic design, and other short projects online. Jobs that offer alternative work arrangements, as we all know, not all businesses actually shut down during the pandemic. Some businesses are still allowed to operate at full capacity, such as IT companies, health and logistics sectors, and or limited capacity like legal and accounting, other wholesale and retail establishments under GCQ conditions. This means that even in the times of pandemic, the working student can still apply for these industries that offer alternative work arrangements such as work from home, telecommuting, compressed work week, flexible working hours, and lastly, there are jobs that actually boomed during the pandemic. As we all know, these are the food delivery services, the courier services, and even pandemic-specific job opportunities such as safety officers in establishments and contact tracers. For pandemic-proof tips when applying for a job today, of course, I will no longer dwell on how to fill up your resume or how to answer interviews because you can always search that online. But let me give you some tips on how to prepare yourself for that. First, you have to know your core values. Even before you apply for a job, you should have a personal assessment of yourself. You should ask yourself, what do you really want to do? What you're really good at? And what is your purpose? So, of course, not everyone gets their ideal job, something that fits both their passion and skills. Of course, if you got that, then well and good. But even without it, you should make sure that at the very least, the job that you're going to be taking is something that aligns with your short or long-term goals. Is it for you to finish college? Is it for you to hone a particular set of skills? Or are you going to use that company as a stepping stone for a better opportunity? So you have to sort all of those things out first, even before you send out those resumes. Because if you don't sort this out, chances are you're not going to like your work, and you won't stay that very long, even if you do get accepted. I've heard of people resigning for as little as over a month in jobs that they took but they didn't like. Next is increase your value. Employers like employees who know their worth. And in order to increase your value in the eyes of the employer, you have to at least attend seminars, workshops, short courses, and extracurricular activities. Of course, a person who has actively attended seminars or who has made productive use of his or her time has a better chance of being employed than a person who has not done these things or has simply acquired a bachelor's degree. Aside from attending seminars, you can also receive mentorship from career mentors. Feedback matters. Why do we have coaches in sports or tutors in classes? Of course, they give us feedback that will actually help us in our job hunt. I actually remember when I was applying for a job, I sought help from my uncle who made me revise my resume around 3 to 5 times for each employer that I was applying. During my mentoring sessions with my uncle, he was also practicing me for my interviews. Those mentoring sessions also helped me in landing my current job. So apart from knowing your core values and increasing your value, you should also focus on building your network. So many people are asking, why do we need to build our network? We're just applying for a job. Network is actually valuable not only while you're already in the job, but also when you're applying. The network helps you build your reference persons in your resume, for instance. Reference persons are people who can vouch for you and your claims in your resume. They can be your guidance counselors, your professors, these advisors, spiritual directors, or heads of organizations. They make you and your claims in your resumes more credible in the eyes of the employer. So the more people you know, the more reference persons that you can choose from, the better your prospects of getting a job or landing a job. People tend to trust the people they know more. This is true even for employers. I'm sure you've heard about people landing a job based on a friend's or former colleague's recommendation. So the more people you know, and for as long as the people know that you're actively looking for a job, then chances are you will get job offers even from friends or colleagues. And according to network scientist Albert Laszlo Barabasi's 2018 book, The Formula, The Universal Laws of Success, the first formula for success is that performance drives success, but when performance can't be measured, networks drive success. There are industries where success can be specifically measured, such as in sports, where if you beat the best in the sports, like Tiger Woods in golf, it doesn't matter how big your network is, you will be recognized. But in domains where performance is harder or even impossible to measure, such as lawyering or in the arts, in academics, so your performance can only get you so far. That's why you hear, let's say, a very good musician, even if how skilled he is, you sometimes feel that he's not getting enough recognition. That's because what actually gets you to the top is not just performance, but also network. It's the people you know. And lastly, apart from knowing your core values, increasing your value, building your network, you should also improve your work ethic. You don't have to land a job to build your work ethic. In fact, even in school or in your organizations, the way you treat people, that's an opportunity for you to work on your work ethic. You have to show your employer that you care for their organization. You also have to show your workmates that you care for their well-being. You have to be professional, be a team player. So all these things considered increases your chances of getting a job or landing the job that you like, even in the times of pandemic. So I hope that this helped people to gain more perspective in this pandemic, particularly in landing a job.
Ang marangal na trabaho, legal. Hindi ka gumagawa ng masama para kumita. hindi ka umaapak ng ibang tao, hindi ka umaapak ng maliliit na tao para kumita. At kumikita ka nang wala kang ginagawang mali o illegal. Pwede kang kumita, dumiskarte, basta nasa legal. Yung pagiging simpleng peaceful vendor, legal yan. Marangal na trabaho yan. Huwag mong hayaang maliitin ka ng ibang tao na porke mababa yung trabaho mo o maliit lang na trabaho meron ka hanggat hindi ka gumagawa ng masama. Marangal yan. Mag-aral muna kayo. Yung trabaho nandyan lang yan. Ang edukasyon mahirap pabulin yan. Ngayon, kung nag-aaral na kayo pero kailangan yung kumita, mag-part-time. Make sure na pag nag-part-time kayo, yung oras, time management. At wag na wag niyong kahayaan yung pag-aaral niyo. Mas mahalaga yan kaysa sa trabaho. Although kumikita kayo, edukasyon pa rin ang pinakamahalaga sa lahat.
Maraming salamat sa ating guest tonight. O ayan mga Hawaii TV, lahat ng trabaho ay marangal, basta moral at naayon sa kalooban ng Diyos. At nakakatulong din syempre sa mga tao sa paligid natin, lalo-lalo na ang ating mga mahal sa buhay. Ako personally, what I do for work, this episode is really close to my heart because I'm an HR personnel. I'm an HR professional. I do help people land a job and sometimes I even coach them. I started working in a recruitment firm. So sa recruitment firm, minsan kailangan namin masigurado na yung taong in-interview namin ay papasa sa mga kliyente namin, dun sa mga companies na naghahanap mismo ng posisyon na yun. And sometimes I coach them. Nakakatuwa lang isipin na makikita mo silang bumabalik sa'yo at nagpapasalamat because the job changed their life. Yun yung isa sa mga mahalagang dapat nating malaman talaga sa paghahanap ng trabaho. Kailangan meron kang taong mag-guide sa'yo all throughout your way through the career. Hindi lamang pag nagkatrabaho ka na. But more importantly, pag meron ka na ring trabaho, how you would do your work and someone who would be your mentor.
Ako, June, I'm also really proud of what I do, no? Without hesitation, pag may nagtanong sa akin, anong ginagawa mo for work? Ganyan. I always say, I'm a teacher. I'm a preschool teacher.
Yeah.
Alam ko na hanggang ngayon, meron pa rin iba na hindi sure sa pagiging teacher kasi may connotation, di ba, na pag sinabing teacher ka, medyo minamaliit ka kasi parang sasabihin na maliit yung pera dyan, walang mapupuntahan yung career pag isa kang teacher. Pero for me kasi, being a teacher goes beyond that. It is teaching that really gave me a purpose and a reason to be happy every day. Kasi being a teacher allows me to be with the best kind of people every day. Yung mga young kids, ayan. So, sobrang nai-enjoy ko talaga pag nakikita ko sila during class. And sa mga nakikita ko sa ating mga teachers, they are some of the most hardworking, passionate na mga tao na nakilala ko. Some of them, they teach, and at the same time, meron pa silang pag-tutor, meron pa silang mga ibang ginagawa on the side. And ngayon, parang meron din tayong mga nakikitang hurtful things being said about teachers, lalo na nung nag-move tayo to online classes. Ngayon, mas parang minamaliit yung ginagawa nila. Sinasabi na, mas madali naman yan kasi online lang yan, ganyan. Parang ang daming napupuna pero hindi nakikita yung mga hirap at sakripisyong ginagawa ng ating mga guro. Sa mga teachers na nakikita ko, they really have some of the biggest hearts for young people. During this pandemic, madami din ang nawala ng trabaho, nagsarado yung mga negosyo nila at naging unstable yung income. Alam ko mahirap kasi ako personally, pinagdadaanan ko rin yung mga gantong paghihirap ngayon. But we also have to stay strong. We have to keep looking forward. Dapat open tayo sa kahit anong opportunity na maibigay sa atin as long as marangal siya. And also, one of the things that we also have to do is we also have to surround ourselves with people who support us and who support our dreams. For example na lang, Junad, dito sa ating Archdiocese, we have our Young Adult Ministry. And meron din siya sa ibang parishes. So, we are being surrounded by people going through similar experiences and situations as other young adults rin. And it allows us to open up to each other about yung problems natin. And at the same time, nandun yung support, nandun yung feeling na, I'm surrounded by people who care about me, who support me. And dito sa Young Adult Ministry natin sa Archdiocese, we journey together through life and through faith. Maganda kasi na meron kang strong support system na naiintindihan ka. Kasi you're not alone in your struggles. Andito lang tayo para sa isa't isa.
Right. And Ate Jimmy, if I may add about dun sa advices, no, bukod sa mga young adult ministries and any other ministries, importante rin siguro para sa akin bilang interviewer myself and someone who gives opportunities to go and enter a company and have a career, ay yung sarili mo. Sa aming lengguwahe, meron kami tinatawag na 3 C's, pero this time I would make it 4 C's. 3 C's or 4 C's of looking for a job. 1 C is career. You always have to find a job that suits your ability, that suits your preference, especially location, position, or anything. Kahit na blue-collar job, say for example, bilang isang utility personnel, o kaya naman bilang nagtatrabaho sa construction, or even server sa mga restaurants. Just have to find a job that suits you. Right now, the market is really in demand. Sobrang daming mga openings ngayon ng trabaho, especially since nagre-recover na ang ating economy. Sa mga nagbubukas na yung mga companies, nag-open na ulit yung job opportunities. In fact, I saw a friend who posted na sa lahat ng mga natanggal doon sa company nila, they may reapply again now. They may submit their resume again. So, it's really a good time for us to go back and, gain the number 2 C is confidence. You have to be confident in yourself. Remember that basically in a company, whenever you're applying for a job, you're selling yourself. So you have to be confident in yourself. Third one is communication. You have to always communicate yourself better. Pag may confidence ka na, masasabi mo na yung gusto mong sabihin during the job interview. And ginagawa ko dati nung first time ko, Ate Jamie, mag-job interview. Kinausap ko sarili ko sa salamin. Tell me something about yourself. What's your skills and talent? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Hanggang sa naging confident ako to speak in front of an interviewer and to speak in front of you. That helped me improve my public speaking skills. And sabi ko nga, di ba 3 C's lang siya? Pero gagawin natin siyang 4 C's. Gawin natin pang 4th si Christ. And more importantly, si Christ. You always have to pray. Ako ginagawa ko, hobby ko, pag naghahanap ako ng trabaho, dadaan muna ako ng church. Sasabihin ko na, Lord, may schedule ako today. Kung para sa akin to at magdadala sa akin ng career, bigay mo sa akin. Pero sana wag tong maka-apekto sa service ko. Always, na I want to still serve you and love you despite the careers and opportunities you're giving me. So, ikaw nang bahala, Lord. Alam kung ano ang nakatadhana sa akin at alam mo, tunay na ikasasaya ko, ibibigay mo. Kaya, yun, siguro 4 C's. Again, 1 is career. Always find a job that suits your expertise and know your expertise. 2nd is confidence. 3rd is communication. 4th is Christ. More importantly, Christ. Nawa, nakatulong sa inyo ang mga tips natin na ito.
Yes, oo. Sana makatulong to lalo na dun sa mga nagsistruggle ngayon, no? And ngayon naman ay matutunghayan natin ang buhay ng isang banal na patron ng mga job seekers o ng mga naghahanap ng trabaho.
When people work, they not only alter things in society, they develop themselves as well. They learn much, they cultivate their resources, they go outside of themselves and beyond themselves. Rightly understood, this kind of growth is of greater value than any external riches which can be garnered. People are more precious for what they are than for what they have. This quote is from Gaudium et Spes of Pope Paul VI. Ang tao mismo at ang kanyang paglago bilang tao ang pinakamahalaga sa pagtatrabaho kaysa sa mga material na bagay. Makikita ang pagsasabuhay nito sa Santong si Gaetano de Conte de Thiene, o mas kilala sa Ingles na si Saint Cajetan, patron ng mga naghahanap ng trabaho at ng magandang kinabukasan. Si Saint Cajetan ay ipinanganak sa isang maharlikang pamilya sa Italia noong October 1, 1487. Bata pa lang ay naulila na siya sa kanyang ama, at ang kanyang ina naman ay inihabili ng kanyang kinabukasan sa mahal na Birheng Maria. Naging abogado siya ng canon law at civil law ng Italia at nagtrabaho sa Roma para sa 5th Lateran Council. Late vocation na maituturing ang pagpapari ni Saint Cajetan. Nasa late 30s na siya nang maordinahan bilang pare. Ilang taon muna siyang nagtrabaho bilang abogado at nag-aral. Bilang isang pari na mula sa mayamang pamilya noong panahon nila, maraming oportunidad ng mataas na katungkulan sa simbahan at pati sa estado ang maaari niyang pagpilian. Pero mas pinili ni Saint Kajtan na tumulong sa mga mahihirap. Ang mga mahirap na walang trabaho at walang makain, mga mahihirap na nangungutang at pag hindi nakakabayad ay pinapakulong ng mga loan sharks na tinatawag o mga nagpapautang ng may malalaking tubo. Nagtayo siya ng isang charitable non-profit bank para sa mga mahihirap at ito ay tinatawag na ngayong Bank of Naples. Nagtayo din siya ng ospital para sa mga nagkasakit noong bubonic plague. At founder din siya ng isang congregation, ang Theatines, na nagsulong ng spiritual reformation ng mga kaparian noong panahon niya. Tulad ni Saint Kajtan, marami sa atin ang marahil may trabaho na pero hinahanap pa rin kung ano ba ang nararapat na bokasyon para sa atin. Huwag nating isipin na nahuhulit na tayo sa karera. Baka kailangan lang muna natin na lumago sa ating pagkatao bago natin mahanap ang nararapat na bokasyon at propesyon para sa atin. At marami din ang wala pang trabaho at nagnanais makahanap ng trabahong nararapat para sa kanila. Magsumikap tayo at manalangin. Mahahanap din natin ang mabuti at nararapat para sa atin. At pag nangyari yon, huwag sana nating kakalimutan na tumulong sa ating kapwa, katulad ni Saint Kajtan.
Whatever your hands finds to do it with all your might. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 8. Isang major influence sa ating career ang ating attitude towards our work. Mahirap lumago sa isang kaalaman o maging dalubhasa sa isang gawain kung hindi tayo magseseryoso, kung tayo mismo mamaliitin natin ang ating posisyon o ang mga sarili nating ginagawa. Yung taga ganito lang ng ganyan, taga ganun lang, laging may lang. May pagpapasantabi o pagmamaliit ng ating ginagawa. Maaaring maging dahilan ng hindi natin pagbibigay ng best effort sa ating mga trabaho. I can still remember a story of the priest close to me about his experience nung nag-visit siya sa isang construction site. Tinanong niya ang ilang mga construction worker kung anong ginagawa nila sa kanilang pang-araw-araw na trabaho. One responded, "Tagahalo lang po ng semento." The other one said, "Gumagawa kami ng building." While the third one said, "Gumagawa po ako ng isang paaralan para mas maraming kabataan ang matuto." Isang trabaho, tatlong magkakaibang pananaw. Nakikita ba natin ang mabuting dulot ng ating ginagawa? Gaano man kasimple, itong tingnan. Kung alam natin ang purpose ng ating ginagawa, ibibigay natin ang ating best para magawa ito. Excellence is doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. Kahit simple, ordinaryo, pag ginawa natin ito to the best of our abilities, we will achieve something. We can achieve something. May mga taong pinanganak na mas maswerte at mas madali para sa kanila makamit ang mga pangarap nila sa buhay. Pero hindi ibig sabihin na nagsimula ka sa pinakamababa ay hindi mo na rin mararating o makakayanang tumaas pa. Maaari mo pa rin makamit ang mga pangarap mo as long as realistic ka, hardworking, at nananalig ka sa Diyos. Gaya nga ng sinabi sa verse na ito, "Do it with all your might, give it all you got, and your efforts will be rewarded with success."
Ang dami ko talagang natutunan sa episode natin sa gabing ito at alam ko ganun rin ang mga nakikinig at nanonood sa atin. Kaya mga ka-YTV, ibahagi nyo naman sa amin ang mga realizations nyo at mag-comment lang kayo sa inyong mga natutunan.
Yes, comment down below. And iba talaga ang nararating ng isang taong may sipag, determinasyon at tiyaga sa mga gawain. So pagtiyagaan nyo rin naman mag-comment sa baba ng inyong mga experiences. Who knows, baka may ma-inspire kayo sa istorya ng buhay ninyo.
Oo, hindi talaga madali yung pagtatrabaho, no? May mga times na mapapagod tayo, mas-stress, ma-overwhelm sa mga ginagawa natin. At kapag napapagod at nahihirapan na tayo, wag na wag tayong susuko. Sabi nga ni Lord, "Come to me, all of you who are tired and heavily burdened, and I will give you rest."
And that reminds me nung quote na sinabi ng isang saint, if your work made your praying becomes harder, pray harder, then your work will become easier.
Yes, and would you believe? That's it for tonight, mga ka-YTV. Don't forget to like and follow the ACY Manila Facebook page and YouTube channel para ma-notify kayo ng aming mga daily programs.
We invite you again tomorrow for another night of sharing here at YTV. So don't forget to set your alarm every 7:30 p.m. Pag 7:30 na, YTV na yan.
And see you again all next Monday. And always remember, to the value of your work does not depend on your job title and how much you earn. It is how much effort and dedication you have put into it and how many people are inspired and were helped during the process.
And this is why it matters.
Here at Monday Matters.
Many of our fellow Filipinos have been badly affected by the past typhoons, and most recently by Typhoon Ulysses. Let us be one with them and help out in any way that we can. Caritas Manila is calling for donations for our brothers and sisters greatly hit by the typhoon. Their immediate needs include Mana food bags, shelter materials, clean water, blankets, mosquito nets and mats, hygiene items, and health kits. You may course your donations through BDO, Metrobank, BPI, RCBC, and Union Bank, and also through Lazada, Give to Asia, PayPal, GrabPay, GCash, and PayMaya. Let us continue to pray for them and be one with them. Thank you for your kindness and generosity.
YTV, Youth TV, your TV.